Why aren't you finding success after you jump into the high ticket programs? Why is it that months go by and after you've had that euphoric high, after you've jumped in, you think this is going to be the one, it's going to be different, I'm going to activate this training, I'm going to go out there and absolutely smash it. Why is it that so many of us, self-included at different times in my business, find ourselves still struggling, still searching for answers a couple of months later? And you're not alone, first and foremost. So the first thing to address there is don't beat yourself up. Okay, we all go through this. If you're new here, you're new to my channel, new to me, my name is Jamie Gardiner. I've been an online marketer since 2011, and what I cover here is really just me documenting the journey that I've been on throughout that entire time. So I've had lots of ups, lots of downs, and I've been able to help over 900 students at the time of recording grow and monetize their audiences online. And if that's something that you're interested in, you like to get the no BS approach to this stuff without all the fancy editing, all that type of stuff, I'd love for you to join me on this journey. Feel free to hit the subscribe, and always love your comments. Let me know, have you had this experience before? Don't be afraid to admit that. I know I certainly have. I've gone into different high ticket programs, sometimes low ticket ones as well, and on the other side of it, I think, bang, I've got this euphoric high, and this is gonna be different, this is the one, I'm gonna do it. And I'll be the first to admit that this has happened obviously in my own programs as well. I've witnessed it both as a consumer of other high ticket products and coaching, and obviously as a vendor of high ticket products and coaching as well. So I'm not saying I'm immune to it or anything like that, but I do have a few insights regarding why this is happening, and perhaps how you can start to mitigate this moving forward, and start to finally get the results that you do want out of your business, or whatever it is that you are pursuing. Might not be business, might be a healthy relationship, or perhaps to look better, or weight loss, things like that as well. But as I say, look, let me know in the comments, have you had this experience where you hit the go button on the credit card, and you are you're just in a state of euphoria. You're just like, yes, I can't freaking wait, this is awesome. And you're really excited. You start to go through it, and you start to engage in the support communities, and then after a little while you realize, wow, hang on, this is a little bit harder than what the brochures told me. I didn't expect it to be quite as stringent as this. I didn't think I'd have to I thought I'd be, because I work really hard, that I'd be one of these ones that just goes and crushes it. And so what happens at this point, and this is kind of where the crux of all this is heading, is that we often attach a sense of identity based on the speed in which the results that we want show up, or lack thereof at times as well. And so if you get started, and it doesn't matter what the program is, or what the general outcome is, could be absolutely anything. There's obviously thousands of them out there at the moment. But whatever it is for you, this big outcome that you're desiring, that you have sold yourself into on the basis of this program, and when there's that lull, what we're effectively doing is we are then attaching a sense of identity to that given outcome. And when the outcome that we desire moves further and further and further away, because we're thinking about, oh, well, I should be up to this point by now, and I should have made sales by now, I should have done the thing, and that person just next to me who joined 3.5 weeks after me, they just started making sales straight away, and what am I doing wrong? And I don't know. And all of a sudden, the confident action that we were taking at the start diminishes, because we are creating a deficit in our own mind. We are creating a gap, as it were, and we're comparing ourselves. And even though, there's a lot of information out there, and even in my own program about, don't compare yourself to your neighbor, it's your own journey, yada, yada, yada. But we do, subconsciously, we're comparing ourselves, like, fucking hell, how does it seem so easy for them to be able to go get these results where I'm struggling, right? And the trick with all this stuff is that moment where you feel that euphoria, you've clicked go, like it's a big scary thing, you've just bought this new thing, $3,000 to $5,000, whatever it is, and you're like, oh, well, that's a lot of money, and I hope this works, and you've got eager anticipation, you can't wait to get started, you can't wait for this vision to come to you, and you know that taking this plunge is the first step. And the trick with this entire thing is not to focus on the result you want so much as the excitement that you have along the way. And it's a bit of a paradox, right? Because obviously you need to have a goal, you need to have the outcome that you desire, but you can't be attached to it. And I know it's that whole thing of hey, check out that elephant in the room, stop thinking about it. how the fuck do I do that? Like, it's just right there, the big bloody elephant, right? I know it's that thing, like, how do you stop doing that? And I think I just gave you the secret sauce on all this as well, is instead of thinking about the outcome that you desire and then creating this sort of like deficit between where you are and where the outcome is, you start to think about how excited you are to be on this journey, how exciting it is to learn this stuff, how fun it is to push your own comfort zones, push your boundaries, and not worry about whether the results show up in 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 100 months, for all that being said. And the paradox in all this is that when you are not focused on how much you need the outcome to happen, and you're focusing on what you can control, which is right in front of you, which is usually, my business at least anyway. Hello, bird. Hi, how are you? Why don't you come say hi? Maybe just come to poop on me. Anyway, either way, it's nice to have your company there. Chicks love me. Hello. I was kidding, that was a joke. Anyways, where was I? Yeah. So the trick with it all is to have the outcome that you want, to make sure that is anchored in, but then be excited about the journey that you're undertaking to get to that outcome. And the paradox, like I say, is that when you detach from the outcome itself, you're focusing on the parameters that you can control. So like I say, in my kind of business, it would be how many leads can I bring in? How many offers can I make? How much value can I give my audience? I can't really control much else than that, right? Like there's certain things I can refine within that. My state of mind obviously is a big one. But all the rest of it, I can't really control. I can't really control if anyone buys anything from me ever. Like, I'd love to say, yeah, I've got this like super secret mind control thing, and everyone I make an offer to will magically buy my stuff all the time. That doesn't actually work as it transpires. Damn it. But I can control, depending on what platform you're on all that type of stuff. I can control how many leads I am bringing into my world. I can control, to an extent, my own visibility. I can control how many offers I'm making. I can control the size, as in the overall volume of offers I'm making. So if I'm making 1,000 offers, they're all $1 each. The maximum I could possibly make would be $1,000, right? But if I'm making 1,000 offers and they're all $100 each, what's the math on that? 100 times 1,000 is 100 times, 100,000. Used to work in finance too. Who'd have thunk it? And just kidding. Never let them know your next move. Then of course, go up from there. So if you're making 1,000 offers, $1,000, $1 million, right? Of total volume. I'm not saying you're going to make $1 million, but even if you convert at 5%, you're still making some pretty damn good cash, right? And so this is what people don't really consider when they jump into these things. Anyway, to kind of recap things, throw a few bullet points out there for you guys. Hold that excitement, number one. Like, that is literally it. When it's fun and exciting and you put this kind of like playful energy around what you truly want, you're going to draw it to you a lot quicker. So number one, when things get tough, don't look at what your neighbors have done and expect them to give you the answer, right? And what I mean is, they might give you some advice, surely, but like what I mean is, don't look at like the path that they're on and go, yeah, but I mean, you've got all these advantages and whatnot. Like, all you're doing is, again, creating more of a deficit between where you would like to be and where you currently are. And have fun with it, and just hold that playful energy, like I say. One thing I heard recently is I hung out in a virtual setting on Zoom with a gentleman who's made $25 million just through his coaching, right? That's not even his main income source. He's also got a fund that he's taking public, and he's also got he trades for a living as well. And so imagine that, 25 mil over the last like 3 years, and that's not even his main thing. Like, it's pretty good. Now, a couple of things really struck me. Number one is the guy was like super humble. He is, at the moment, getting consulting from someone who has made significantly less than him online about how to optimize his business. Because he doesn't have his ego so far up his ass that he's like, oh, well, I can't possibly learn anything, so I've made more money than you. Like, he's still humble, he's still a student of the game. But one of the things he said on this call, amongst other things, was he strongly believes in Newtonian laws and physics and stuff like that. And so his idea was that if he sets in motion a goal, he also believes, I don't know which Newtonian law it is, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That might be it. What goes in motion stays in motion, something like that. Anyway, his idea is that if I'm aligning towards a goal, I have to believe that that goal is also coming towards me at the same time. And for some reason, it was a light bulb moment for me. I'm like, damn, that makes a bunch of sense. And so if I know that's the case, as long as I'm putting in the yards, the parameters, and I'm doing those things, building my audience, making offers, adding value, other way around, building audience, adding value, making offers, and then follow up is probably the other one as well. That's it. I can't control anything else. So I have to find ways to enjoy that, to get a little bit more creative. Or how can I tweak a certain process? How can I get better at this process here? And even if it hasn't resonated in the form of sales at this point, I know based on the goals that I want to get that it is coming towards me, and I just need to be patient. I can't compare it to my neighbors. I just need to focus on what's right in front of me. And the more I do that, the more fun I'm going to enjoy in the pathway along the way. And paradoxically, that is when the results are going to show up. Yeah. Anyways, guys, a little bit of a ramble for you guys. Hopefully this helps some of you out. Like I say, I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Drop a comment, let me know. Has this happened to you? Have you ever felt that sort of euphoric high when you jump into a program and then only to have that wane over a couple of days or weeks or whatever? You kind of think, oh man, this is way harder than I thought. If so, you're not alone. Don't be shy. Drop that below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. My name is Jamie. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and see you guys in the next one. Cheers.